This video is only one part of an in-depth review, so check out the rest at thegoodride.com. Thanks for watching. This is the Flux SR. We rode it today with the Karua Auto. And before that, we kind of used our
Adidas boots.
Yeah, we used our Adidas Tactical, Lexicon ADV, and Adidas Tactical. And we brought out our baseliner, the Union Strata, because it's a binding we know really well, just to kind of see how it compares. Conditions were great.
Conditions were great.
They got a little bumpy in the end, but just like typical
perfect
bumpy,
testing.
Tracked up. Yeah,
there was some real crunchy stuff in the side.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, everything.
A little bit of everything, but the weight is incredibly light. Flux does lightweight bindings right. Some of the lightest bindings I've ever tried. And the Highback Flex, why don't you give her a twist there? Well, she's got some twist. She's got a little give.
Tiny bit of give.
Yeah, it's a very, very nice, like, yeah.
Softer than
both
some of
gotta
the
do
other
it. Yeah.
ones we tried yesterday.
Flex underfoot and buttering. So look at this. You can see it kind of comes down here and a little bit out in comparison to these guys, where see how this is rounded and there's less contact with the board. This comes out a little bit more, but I still felt like it buttered better than you would think, especially for this like all plastic base plate.
Yeah.
You know,
not a lot of they're not doing a lot of mobility things down here, but it still feels, I guess.
Yeah. What are you doing, man?
I'm trying to sabotage you. I'm trying to sabotage the company.
Yeah, let's just close that. Let's close the door.
I'm trying to bankrupt you.
Yeah. But
Burton.
yeah, it's weird. They don't really build it. It doesn't seem like it's going to allow the board to flex naturally underfoot, and it probably doesn't. But the way this powers the board, it butters it well. I think it does it through just sheer power.
Sheer willpower alone.
Yeah. With turn initiation and response, you would think a binding like this would be so mellow, and it is not.
It is not at all.
It is very fast edge to edge for what this binding is. I think it only gets like a flex rating of like a 4 or something like that, but man, the response rating does not match the flex.
It's like a bipolar emo kid, just going edge to edge so fast.
It really, like, going from the Stratas to these, that was a major improvement in response. I thought, didn't you notice?
Almost too much for me.
Yeah,
Like, it was just such a
the board felt
psychotic difference.
The Karua Auto felt lighter and felt more responsive the minute the first turn. Now, conversely though, shock absorption. You sacrifice a lot of shock absorption for this kind of response. And that would be the one place where I'd personally love to see like a heel cup you could pull out, because you can pull this heel cup out. I would love a replacement heel cup that's all urethane, like a super soft, like, you know, like skate wheel urethane. Yeah. That would maybe, you know, obviously bring the response down a little bit, but increase shock absorption. That would be that's my biggest complaint with these bindings. And it's kind of personally a deal breaker for me, because I have old bones and joints that have lesser parts of me holding them together and making them work. And I will say though that the cork on this does a better job than the other Flux bindings I've tried. But it's still a little minimal.
It's so minimal.
It's so minimal.
Yeah.
It's just millimeters of cork here.
I once went to Burning Man, and there's this camp there called Spankies, and they got all these weird spankers there. And they have it's like this little cattle prod thing that they like shock you with, you know? And I was really glad I wasn't.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a Peter Overshare.
I was really glad I wasn't wearing these bindings at the time, because I would have had no shock absorption.
And you know, and they're not that damp either. You know, when you pick up speed, the boards feel way more chattery underfoot, especially as the conditions start to, like the good conditions wane and the bumpy, uneven terrain, you know, waxes.
You really feel it.
Yeah.
All up through. The moment you start like going fast into like some chattery snow, you just all through the molars, the 3 or 4 crowns that we all have, right? Because we all have soft teeth and we never go to the dentist and we don't floss enough. You feel it all the way up in there.
As far as support though, and ratchets, this is some of the best I've had in my life riding. There's such a big low with shock absorption, but so many highs with everything else. I wish they could just bring up that shock absorption a little more, because this could be a kind of binding I would love.
Yeah, it's like when you're creating a character in an RPG and you just go full attack, you know? you lose your tanking damage, absorption ability.
But the straps and the ratchets really just lock in your boot. Some of the best toe straps I've ever tried, up there with like Solomon and Union straps. I think I like these the best.
I'd say they're absolutely tied for my favorite straps in the whole business.
Yeah. And then
only thing I think that beats out maybe Union, but still like just neck
I don't know. I think I like these the best.
I actually
yeah. And this ankle strap is so supportive and so comfortable. Both these straps they just click to the point where they're supportive, and then you can stop if you want. But if you want to fucking crank it and really ruin your joints and hurt the top of your feet, you can with these, and they'll let you do it. They say you're an adult, you can make your own decisions, and this is just,
we're not here to stop you.
Is amazing. And then they even do cool stuff like putting the straps on the inside of the heel loop instead of the outside, so you even get more wrap, more support
around the sides, because
really a lot of feel it.
A lot of other ones you'll see your ankle strap can kind of flare out right there at the end. These ones have absolutely no gap on your boot.
The arc is like this.
Yeah.
You know, you can see there's like, you're definitely like probably a ½ a centimeter, which matters in snowboarding. So that's a lot.
It makes it a bit annoying to go into your
to adjust,
but
and
it's just kind
of adjustability.
I know, yeah, we're flying right in there. Makes it a bit annoying to adjust, just because that strap is kind of in the way, and you just kind of like really got to push it. But that's such a minor thing
complaint.
that really doesn't matter. So they have full toe ramp adjustability, as you can see.
Oh, I got to pop the top though to do that. But you can slide the toe out, you can slide the heel out, and you can dial it out to your boot size.
Yeah.
Now, unfortunately, with this full plastic, you know, fiberglass plastic combination of the base plate here has no adjustable heel loop. I love the sliding heel loop. That's so cool, because then you're actually dialing out your boot perfectly to the board. This just says if you're a certain width, we can slide in the heel cup or slide it out, slide out the gas pedal, or slide it in, and it'll fit, and you'll be on the base plate right. But then you have to use the bindings to turn them to slide this way to center yourself on board. So that can be a bit of a problem if you're in the in-between sizes. But if you're more like us, it wasn't that much of a problem. But then stance width adjustability, you only have 3 holes here, you can see. And it doesn't really have a lot.
You have one or the other. You have either stance width or you have boot centered to the board,
and not even that much stance width, because like
it's not that much different from some other ones. I mean, it's not as much as like say Union or stuff, but it's more than some companies.
It's about the same as some.
Yeah. At least it's some.
But a lot of them have more, like at least one more hole. So, but hey, they're Burton channel compatible though, and overall, man, if it wasn't for the lack of shock absorption, I mean, everything about Flux, I love. It's so well thought out. But Flux is one of those companies that's response over almost anything, right?
Yeah.
They want that board feel and that response over shock absorption. And for us, our personal preference is shock absorption. But for others, you might really like these.
So, like I saw that, you might edit this out, but I saw one guy there at that spanking booth, and he was just taking the cattle prod. He just sat there and he was like, more! I could ride Flux bindings all day in ice! Yeah!
All our reviews are a best effort, objective opinion from an average rider's perspective.
There's no brand oversight, and we're free to say whatever we want. We send back everything unless it's a favorite, then we ask to keep those or straight up buy them. Now, if you need advice, fill out the eHarmony profile in the Contact Us section of the site. It's the only way I can help you properly. If you want to support us, and if what we reviewed appeals to you, it helps if you buy through our links. So, thanks for watching.